It is what it is. Like, we're speaking for the guys that don't really have a voice, because we live in a world nowadays where the female way of thinking is the right way of thinking, making jokes, saying things that are politically incorrect. Just understand that's how they move and don't hate them for it. It's about what are you providing right here, right now. And once we tell guys this uncomfortable truth, a lot of guys go through red pill rage, but I'd rather them go through that rage for a small period of time, right? And then eventually learn to understand and accept them.
Do y'all consider yourselves high value men?
He definitely does. He definitely does.
The money.
I mean, that term is so
what do you think?
obscure, but
No.
You know the answer. No?
He
Okay.
definitely does.
So ask me. So let me ask you this: What would make a high value guy in your eyes?
You want me to be fully honest?
Go ahead.
Keep
He
it
wouldn't
1,000.
be on a podcast doing this. I honestly think this is like, I mean, it pays the bills, but I don't think he'll be here doing this.
okay, no. What should he do then?
Well, I would say I have dated high value men, and they would think what y'all do is weird.
Okay,
Sometimes I think it's ridiculous that men or average women, average men are determining what signifies a high value man. I personally always thought that it's a rare man. So really, most men will never become a high value man, and most women won't really have a long-term relationship with a high value man, or maybe even date one. I personally go for what Kevin Samuels described a high value man is, which I will include at the end of this my talk. But I always think that it's mainly money, connection. It's just mainly business, mainly status, morals, characters. I don't think that even goes into a high value man, because you gotta think, the CEOs of companies, well, they're kind of cutthroat. They're not really all that moral, stuff like that. It's like, does that really make you a high value man? Probably, right? I mean, because you gotta do things to make money, and I think high value man is more about money and status. And people put morals, characters, all that stuff with it. It's like, that's not really it. I don't even think that it's a good man. It's a decent man, but a high value man, I don't necessarily agree with that either. Again, I go with what Kevin Samuel described a high value man as. Also in this thing that she's saying that how Fresh and Fit, they're not really high value man, and one of the reasonings she said that the men she dated wouldn't do this. Well, again, the men that she dated, they would tell her whatever because they're dating her. They're trying to get with her. So really, that's delusional in thinking that a man that's not and she's not even with them anymore, right? So a man that's not really long-term attached to you, what do you think he's gonna say? He's gonna say whatever just to get with you, just to get in your pants. So really, what other high value man, right, she's been with says to her really you gotta take it with a grain of salt. And second, she's saying being on a podcast, that's their job. That's what has created their net worth, has created their status and following. So, and being on a podcast, their goal is to help other men. Other high value men is just on their grind. They're not out to help other men. So really, it's just, or not necessarily help average men. It's just being on a podcast is just their goal, and it's just their job. So it's ridiculous with that.
Number one, in order to be a high value man, it starts with money. Again, like it or not, I didn't put the 6-figure thing out there. It's been with us since the mid 80s, and like it or not, that's where this whole thing starts. You can't be high value and homeless, so you have to make a certain amount of money, and the line is roughly at $10,000 a month adjusted for Atlanta dollars. Number two, that money needs to be made over a length of time, i.e. performance. And that's roughly about 5 years. And about the 3-year mark, you're kind of starting to scratch the surface. Why does it need to be 5 years? Well, because, guys, it's a matter of consistency and stability. Look in the NFL, the NBA, anybody can have a great season, but having a great season does not automatically mean you're going to the Hall of Fame. Number three is group acceptance. Like it or not, guys, High Value Men is like a fraternity. It's like a club, a secret society. And high value men know other high value men. They welcome them into the group. They know what it takes to be there. They know what it takes to get in there. And high value men, group acceptance is supremely important. Why is group acceptance so important? Because the next part, a network. You have to have a network of other high value men and others. This is another stumbling block for a lot of guys, for a lot of people, because they may have the money, even the length of time. They may look like they fit the group, but if they don't even have any other high value contacts or a network, a group of others, that person's going to be looked at with a side eye. Network, we got to have the visibility. Guys, your income and your position has to be LinkedIn level. Think of it like this. This person says they're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. This person is head of thoracic surgery at Johns Hopkins. This person is VP of Mergers and Acquisitions at Bank of America. And then someone says, hi, I'm an entrepreneur. 3 of those 4 people, at a glance, we can pretty much estimate who they are, what they do, and their relative importance in the overall socioeconomic structure. The 4th person, more information is needed. There's not enough visibility, not enough transparency. 6th part is probably my favorite part, guys. A high value man is useful to others and the group. A lot of times you hear people say, I don't want to be used. I don't want to be used. No, I want to be used. Why? Because that means I'm useful. High value men are in demand and useful. Their presence is felt when they're there, and their absence is felt when they're gone. That is how you know you're really a high value man.
Just like we as men have to prove ourselves to you before you sleep with us, I'm of the opinion, and I'm instructing men to do this, you should be screening women just as hardcore as they're screening you. So I think men should wait to provide until you've proved yourselves to us. You don't get the benefit of my provisioning until I know you are only talking to me. Because like I said earlier, one of the main reasons I don't want to pay for a girl on a first date is these girls are dating multiple dudes. They're sleeping with multiple dudes. You don't get my provisioning until I know you are only talking to me.
I think that's how do you know they're sleeping with other dudes though?
You have to make that assumption in 2023. That's how people move.
Women keep coming back saying that there are not enough men. And here's the issue, that women in their 30s want men who would be high value, 6-figure plus earning men. And when they say they don't want 6 figures, understand the only reason they say that is because they think it sounds bad. But they want to be able to go to Ruth Chris on Tuesday. They want to be able to go to Papado. They want to be able to wear Saint Laurent and Valentino. They want to be able to do these things. They want a certain lifestyle. They want a Midtown Buckhead lifestyle. They want a West Village Highland Park lifestyle. They want a Frisco Plano home. This is what the women want. And the thing is, they shy away from the money, but they want men who fit an archetype.
Not even if it's the last day of my life. I would not want to be with a man who makes less money than me, less smart than me, shorter than me.
Based on my DMs, I'm 1,000.
Now, hey, I'm a 10 and this is what I deserve. But like now you've confused yourself into thinking like this is what the world is going to be like.
What's an average guy?
100K a year and 5'10" is really not that amazing.
Well, the average man is 5'8", between $37,000 and $50,000 per year. You want an average man?
No. Why the fuck would I do that? I could just live at my house.
Describe your ideal man.
Tall, has money more than I would make most likely.
I want that lifestyle.
I mean, women marry a lifestyle. Who's the first one gone when he loses his job? Her.
How much money should your man make a year?
Yeah. I would want my husband to be making 120, 150 around there.
70 and 100K.
Like 300,000.
I like 200, 300K. I don't want access to your bank account. I want an allowance so I can have my own shit.
A lot of these bitches have done nothing with their life, and you motherfuckers over here stepping on them because you're a fucking loser.
The craziest thing about women is they've never sustained someone for 99 years of their life financially. Men pay for women till their hearts explode in their fucking chest. In fact, women pay for a year, but the pussy goes dry.
You be that?
I would do it for my husband, but no, I don't be eating ass. But for my husband, I'm gonna do whatever. What about you?
What?
What about you?
Do I eat ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat a little butt. No.
That's good.
Yeah, so I was working on this thing yesterday. And with a back room I could come to live in. And your hair weaves looking kind of yeah, it didn't come out right. You know, it was just really messed up. I was looking at this thing on YouTube. Oh, it was so crazy, bro.